Hey, welcome to the Three Geeks Network. My name is Jay, joined by Max, Mike, and Dan, and today we are going to do our Geek News episode 35. The big topic this evening is summer movies, and the big one starts this week. Join us in the Q&A. I know we got a lot of people that are going to be watching, listening today, so we look forward to interacting with you. So yeah, the big movie this week, guys, The Avengers Age of Ultron. I've got my tickets. I just found out Max and Dan have to work, so I need to return their tickets. But are you guys excited? I just saw on Rotten Tomatoes that it's like got a 73%. How? But I'm hearing good things from people that I trust. So what do you guys think? Max?
Avengers obviously stepped Marvel's game up. When that came out, that was hands down my favorite Marvel movie to come out. So I can't wait for this one. It should be just more rambunctiousness and all kinds of action and Joss Whedon teamness. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna end up going to see it on Saturday. And since I was so stupid and forgot I was working on Thursday, but but I already had a backup plan in place. I meant to see the movie 2 times this weekend, and I'm only going to see it once.
Mike?
It's just a movie, guys. It's no big deal. Whatever. No, honestly, I'm excited about it. I mean, I had a feeling that's the way critical response was going to be, is that it wasn't going to be as universally acclaimed as the first one was. But it looks like it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing James Spader as a pretty dickish supervillain from the looks of the clips. So it's looking like it's going to be some fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the new characters and seeing what twists and turns await us in there. Like, I'm trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but they keep showing really good clips. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll have a great time with it. I'm actually going to probably see it Sunday morning, like at a matinee and stuff like that, just because especially with a movie this popular with as huge a fan base as it's got, I can't deal with wall-to-wall people. Like, I just need to go and relax in a theater on like a Sunday morning
Dan?
with a hangover. Sorry.
Nice. Dan?
That Sunday morning actually sounds pretty good there. Yeah, I will go see it. And as with Max, I forgot we were working, so I will try to see it sometime this weekend. I also try to stay away from the spoilers and stuff. I am like the least informed of all of us, so I'll probably show up and be like, "There's a robot in this movie, awesome!" but yeah, I mean, I'll go happy popcorn movie with stuff blowing up. Cool.
Speaking of, Philip and I will be reviewing it Thursday night at 11. But yeah, Avengers Age of Ultron, I'm super excited. I've got tickets for Thursday, I've got plans for Friday, and I might try to sneak away from the kids and go see it again on Sunday because I like Mike's idea of going to see it by myself in a theater while everyone's at church. So fantastic. You just gave me something to do when Liz takes the kids to church. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm with you, Jason. Let's go watch it on Sunday.
moving on to May 8th. I don't know if you guys have heard of this film, but Maggie, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Abigail Breslin, comes out, and I am actually really excited about this movie. It's not the action Arnold Schwarzenegger. It looks like he's going to be more dramatic, and from the looks of the trailer, it looks pretty good. Mike, what are your thoughts? You look like you were familiar.
I actually did a trailer reaction to this particular movie. It looks interesting. I mean, you could argue that the zombie genre has kind of worked itself to death a little bit at this point, but it looks interesting enough. And yeah, you're right. Arnold looks pretty. It looks like he's taking a really dark, dramatic turn in this, like actually kind of hunkering down and doing some acting as opposed to quipping. And I'm very curious to see how that works. It may not work out so well, but I'm optimistic. Like I love Arnold. Like dude made a big chunk of our childhood very entertaining. So I'll support whatever he does, and yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes.
Max, do you know what we're talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Just kidding.
No, I'm actually excited to see this one. Yeah, it looks really good. It's definitely a different take on the normal, like the last like 4 Arnold movies come out were just the most ridiculously stupid action movies. So this will be good. I'm glad to see him take a little deeper turn. I'm hoping he can hold up to it. I'm hoping he's got the chops and he doesn't drag the movie down. That's my only worry.
Dan?
This is my first time hearing about this one, but nothing anybody has said makes me really want to watch it. The last 2 Arnold flicks that I watched was Last Stand, which I liked, and that one where he's like the crooked DEA guy, which I thought was terrible. So yeah, I'm probably going to pass on this till it's like on Netflix or something, like one late night.
This one looks completely different. I mean, I don't know. The trailers can be misleading, but I mean, we'll see. May 15th.
Before that, Prison Break movie with Stallone. That was really, really good. Yeah?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that one?
No.
Good. You're lucky. I watched it. It's terrible.
I only want to see them in the Expendables franchise. Anyway, May 15th, we have Mad Max Fury Road and Pitch Perfect 2. I never saw Pitch Perfect 1, so I don't have an opinion. Mad Max Fury Road, I just watched Mad Max 1 for the first time 2 or 3 weeks ago. That movie was awesome. Tom Hardy in this movie actually looks like, Mel Gibson a little bit. I think the trailers look awesome, so I'm excited. Max, what are your thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road? You look mad, Max.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, why does Tom Hardy have to look like Mel Gibson? I mean, like, I really can't stand that.
Just something that stood out when I was watching the trailer. Like, wow, this guy actually looks like it. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I really don't care. I really wish people wouldn't hold so fat. Like, it's like, oh, this guy acted it, now no one else can play that role. But yeah, no, I am super excited about Mad Max Fury Road. I cannot wait to see this movie. I don't even know what other movie you were talking about just then because Mad Max is coming out. Like, yeah, it's gonna be sick. They did a lot of those stunts are done with real cars and real people in them, so I'm excited to see. It should be a lot of mayhem.
Yeah, and it brought back the original director of the first 3 too, which is pretty awesome too. Dan?
I do want to see Mad Max. I'm not a big fan of remakes, but this actually looks cool, and you've got the original director, which makes me happy. I mean, basically, I'm simple on this one. As long as like cars go zooming around and blow up, and people start screaming, I'm happy.
Mike?
The trailers for this look insane, and I love it. So I was hooked on trailer 1, so I'm definitely looking forward to what the full product's gonna look like. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen any of the Mad Max. I might have to refresh in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what they do with it. Essentially, yeah, what more can George Miller do with this franchise? I'm very excited to see what he can do. So definitely.
Dan, it's actually not a remake; it's a sequel.
Oh, but it's called. Well, okay, fine. It does have a thing there.
May 22nd, we get the Poltergeist remake produced by Sam Raimi, and then we get Tomorrowland. I just saw the preview for Tomorrowland for the first time before we started this podcast because I wanted to be up to speed, and I thought it looked fun. Looked silly, and Poltergeist, Sam Raimi's name is attached to it. It looks terrifying. I trust Sam Raimi, so I'm interested. Dan? Horror remake, buddy. This is your cup of tea.
I hate horror remakes. I hate them and I hate them. But then you add Sam Raimi, and I'm like, I don't know. As far as Tomorrowland, I was all psyched when I saw it on the list because I thought, man, it could be a sequel of like Future World and like Westworld. And I watched the trailer and I don't care anymore. But Poltergeist, I don't know. I mean, I kind of crapped all over the Evil Dead, remake before we saw it, and I really liked that one. So, I don't know.
Max, you look really happy.
Oh, I was just laughing. Yeah, I thought that was funny, Dan. Eating your words. You shouldn't have been talking shit, Dan. But I'm not going to watch either of those movies. Poltergeist is a horror movie, and I stay away from that. And Tomorrowland is a kids movie, and I stay away from that. So that's I got nothing.
Mike?
So you're either easily embarrassed or easily scared, one of those two. So, but
I'm
easily,
very
easily scared to see a horror movie, easily embarrassed to see a kids movie. I get it. But
I mean, I'll go to the right movie, but not this one.
yeah, no, I get it. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know what to think about the Poltergeist remake. What's the rating on it again?
I think it's PG-13 like the original.
All right. Well, the original, yeah. Well, I think the original was even like PG, like, but I don't know if that was before even they were constituting like what constitutes being an R-rated horror movie at that point with that. Even though I'm sure they probably had a bunch of them before then, Friday the 13th, blah blah blah. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. From what I've seen the trailers, I mean, it's one thing. This is the thing, and this is something I had with the Evil Dead remake too. Even though I appreciated the style of that film and the look of it and the mood and the atmosphere, I knew what was going to happen for the most part up until the end when it decides to deviate and do its own thing. And with Poltergeist, I don't know, unless they decide to do their own thing with it, I'm going to be like, okay, so here's the part with the clown. They've shown the clown part definitely a lot. Here's the part with the TV. Here's the part with, I wonder who's going to play the little lady part in this. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Poltergeist. Tomorrowland, is that from the Incredibles director?
Yes.
I'm on board. Like I liked what that dude did with Incredibles. I like what he did with Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. It looks visually impressive. So that out of the two coming out that weekend, I'm definitely more curious about that one than Poltergeist.
I am too. Is this correct me if I'm wrong, is this George Clooney's like first big budget summer foray?
I believe you forgot about Batman and Robin, sir.
Damn it! I did forget about Batman and Robin. Why? Why would you remind me, Mike?
How
Anyway,
can you forget about that?
I just found out the day before my wedding.
Man.
I am going to be the representative for our podcast to go see both of these movies because neither one of these two guys wants to go see them. So at least I'll have something to do.
Hey, Mr. Brady, you want to take all the kids to go see your stupid Tomorrowland kids movie? You have a blast. Tell me how it is.
Hey, like Mike said, it's from the guy who brought us The Incredibles, so I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, May 29th.
Should have been making Incredibles instead of this movie.
What's that?
You should have been making Incredibles 2 instead of this movie.
We're going to do Incredibles 2 from what I've read. Anyway, May 29th. I have not heard of two of these movies, and one of these movies, whatever. Aloha, starring Emma Frost, Bradley Cooper, and Rachel McAdams. Results, starring Guy Pearce and Kobe Smulders. And then San Andreas with Dwayne Johnson. San Andreas is Dwayne Johnson's big, 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow or Independence Day. I like The Rock. I think I've said it on this podcast a lot, like Furious 5, 6, 7. He made that franchise better, if you know what I mean. But, G.I. Joe 2, it wasn't a great movie, but parts of it were more watchable because of The Rock. So I will probably go see this movie that week it comes out, and judging by the look on Max's face, he's not going to review it, so I will be going to see this movie the week it comes out. Max, your thoughts?
No, you were talking about some terrible Rock movies, and like G.I. Joe 2, I don't feel like there's any redeeming qualities to that movie. But anyway.
But RZA, come on.
Oh, God, don't even get me started, dude. The RZA's the worst. Don't go watch The Man with the Iron Fist if you enjoy not hating everything on the planet. But, no. Yeah, and it went straight to DVD or went straight to Netflix or whatever, and it doesn't even belong there. But, no, what movies are coming out? I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked to the crappiness of G.I. Joe 2.
San Andreas. That's the only one we've heard of with The Rock.
San Andreas. So it's like a doomsday movie with The Rock?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm down. I might watch that. Why not? I'm thinking about re-updating my movie pass, so I might give that a watch just because, I got time to waste.
Dan?
Wait, now, Grand Theft Auto, the movie? What? Oh.
No, it's not. It's The Rock fighting a flood.
My bad. Yeah, no. Sorry.
Mike?
Although I feel I do have to say that I like the Man with the Iron Fist 1. I'm not gonna watch 2, and yeah, G.I. Joe 2 was a shitty movie.
Mike?
First things first, did you say Emma Frost was starring in one of those movies? 'Cause
Emma
she's
Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone. I thought you said Emma Frost. I'm like, she's a mutant and not real, but okay. Um, wait a minute. So that one was, and the Emma Stone one was
Aloha. Bradley
Aloha.
Cooper. Yeah.
It's gonna be I'm guessing a rom-com or dramedy type thing. Maybe we'll see. Next one was The Rock, San Andreas. I've heard about it. I've seen the trailer for the Earthquake movie. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of those along the lines of a Roland Emmerich disaster type film. So who knows? It might be fun. Like you said, The Rock is charismatic enough to carry a film. So if it actually spends time with him more than other people, then that's fine. And the last one was
Results with Guy Pearce and Kobe Smulders.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. Oh, it stars the Mandarin and Maria Hill. Okay. Or fake Mandarin.
That's the way to look at it. Next up, we have June 5th with Entourage, Insidious 3, and Spy. Spy is the movie starring Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham, which I'm curious. Insidious 3 has Dermot Mulroney, and Entourage, everybody knows what Entourage is from HBO. Max, go first, buddy. What are you excited about? We know you're not seeing Insidious.
No, not going to see Insidious. That one's about a creepy kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Insidious? Creepy kids? Yeah, definitely out. No way I'm going to that one. Let's see here. We got Insidious. What else we got? What do you want to say, Dan?
Spy and Entourage.
I might go see Spy. That looked kind of funny in a really stupid way. But yeah, Entourage, I'm not really interested. I watched like one season of the show. I don't really see how they can do anything else with it. There's nowhere they can go, so I'm not gonna watch that movie. But I might go see Spy. Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, kind of Spy. But he's like this real. I watched the trailer for that one. He's a real like asshole, and she's obviously the fat clerk chick that no one expected to be a super spy, and all kinds of hilarity should ensue. But yeah, I might give that one a look.
Mike?
Spy's got to be better than Paul Blart 2 Mall Cop, right?
Oh my God! If you like laughing and you like things that are funny, then yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop is not the movie for you. I hate that movie.
I will say, I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan, but when they pair her up, if they're gonna pair her up with someone, it might as well be Jason Statham. Like I could kind of see that working really well for like comedic timing and duo-ness, because Statham's just gonna be doing his thing, and then every once in a while there'll be some joke made at his expense, and it'll actually work. Oh man, so there were two others, one other that.
Insidious 3.
Insidious 3. I don't know what needs to be said with the rest with Insidious 3. I think Insidious 2 kind of killed off that idea pretty well. And the next one,
Entourage.
Entourage. I'm with Max. I actually watched like 2 seasons worth of that show, and yeah, it's probably gonna be the guy equivalent of when the Sex and the City movies came out. Like any dude who was straight up into like Entourage and being like, yeah, we'll hug it out, bitch, and everything like that, they'll probably go for this one just to see all those characters again, and all the girls will probably be like, well, why are you making such a big deal when the Sex and the City movies came out? And I feel it's gonna be along those lines probably. I feel the only time anyone's gonna be universally united with an HBO movie is when the Game of Thrones movie eventually drops at some point.
Dan?
I gotta say, I like going last because Spy started out with me going, maybe I'll see that. It sounds okay. And then it went to Max, and he's like, yeah, Spy is it's gonna be more more of a comedy, and I was like, okay. And then it gets to Mike, and he's like, yeah, you got Melissa McCarthy. It's gonna be kind of, and now I don't want to see Spy. So there you go. Yeah, the Entourage movie, I don't care. And Insidious 3, I got through like half of the second one before I turned it off. And yeah, don't care about that one either. So I guess I don't care about all three.
I've never seen an episode of Entourage. Spy, I want to see. I like Jason Statham. You know, I put him up there with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Guilty pleasure. I like everything he's in. I find it entertaining. You know, he just like Van Damme. He makes the same movie pretty much every time. Now this time we have Melissa McCarthy. He's going to add some fat jokes to the movie, and that'll be different. Statham hasn't done a movie with a bunch of like fat jokes and bald jokes. And then,
but then you get the coolness of like the Transporter with, you know, fat jokes. I don't know how that's going to work.
No, it's the coolness of Transporter mixed with that False Identity movie that she was in.
It's got to be better. It's got to be better than Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Well, yeah, but that still doesn't make me want to go see it, man.
That is a great comparison.
That movie is a classic.
And then Insidious 3. I watched the first Insidious and I enjoyed it. Scary kids freaked me out, so I enjoyed the first one. Never watched the second one, and I don't know if I'll see the third one. One of us is gonna go see it, so it probably will be me or Dan. Next up, June 12th. We have Jurassic World. I'm going to go first because I think I'm the only one who's actually excited for this movie. So I saw the first trailer and I'm like, cool, dinosaur movie. I like dinosaur movies. And then I saw a clip from this movie. Now let me tell you guys about the clip. It had Chris, help me out, please. Chris Pratt, thank you. Sorry. Chris Pratt and this one woman, and it sounded so wooden that they were acting like this, and I'm like, ugh, come on. And then I saw the second trailer, and I got excited again. So I am in. I want to see Jurassic World. I hope it's more like Jurassic Park 1 than Jurassic Park 2, because for me, Jurassic Park 2 was the shittiest of the franchise. So I am actually looking forward to this. This is in my 5 top movies for this summer. We'll see how it goes. Mike, you look like you were excited too when I said that you weren't excited.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what they can do. Just because at this point I know it's not going to be like Jurassic Park the first, and it won't be as boring or as mixed messaged as Lost World, and I'm hoping it's a nice balance between 1 and 3, because 3 actually for me is a guilty pleasure. It's stupid, but it embraces the stupidity of the whole thing. And I'm hoping like this one embraces the stupidity of it, but also has some ambition to it a little bit. Like I do like the idea of like this, basically this sociopathic dinosaur just messing with people for kicks. Like, I like the idea of that a little bit. I'm the only one who apparently likes the idea of a Raptor Squad, even though
I love the Raptor Squad. I'm in.
I think that's kind of. I mean, obviously something will go haywire, and the Raptors won't be with him, or unless he does some kind of weird Spielberg move, which would make sense because Steven Spielberg's like a producer on this or something, and the Raptors will be like, we stand by him, even if he isn't like giving us the proper hand signal or whatever, because he's one of us. But they won't say that because they can't talk. But honestly, I hope it just doesn't focus on the kids as much as the last couple.
No, I'm with you. I want that kid to get eaten.
That's my main thing. Because it's that kid from Iron Man 3, and out of that movie, I'm like, I hate this kid. So, like, no one talks to Tony Stark that way. See what happens? You get bit. Your head gets bit off by a raptor.
Max?
So we've got Deep Blue Sea and Jurassic Park combined I'm not down. I think this is the stupidest thing ever. We've already seen this movie 3 times. They don't need to make it again. Oh, we made some dinosaurs. Holy crap, the dinosaurs we made are eating us. I mean, it's the same stupid movie. Like the first Jurassic Park, groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking in effects, groundbreaking all this different stuff. It was a good, solid movie. After that, the whole series went to crap because there's nowhere else to go with it. I mean, how many times can you tell the same story? I'm not. I really, if the kids get eaten, I will go watch this movie. But that's the only thing that's going to make me go watch the movie.
But Samuel L. Jackson could get eaten. Oh, wait, he already was eaten. Whoops.
I bet you I could get Max to go with me to see this movie. We'll review it together. It'll be a fun review. Have somebody who hates it and somebody who's excited.
And the ticket.
I have a movie pass. You have a movie pass. Dan, what do you think of Jurassic World?
But Max, if they actually made that movie with we made these dinosaurs and now they're eating us, I would be happy. But they don't.
They have those movies every day. They're on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, yeah. And I would almost rather watch those than Jurassic Park 3, sadly. But they don't. It's like, oh, we made all these monsters, and now we're gonna swim down this river, and all the dinosaurs are gonna be there, and they're gonna be happy. And then there's gonna be a bunch of kids, and the kids are gonna be like, oh, we're gonna outsmart the dinosaurs, and then nobody gets really eaten, except for that one cool dude that has the shotgun and gets like railroaded by 3 raptors. It's sad, very, very sad.
All right. Next.
Clever girl.
The next week we have Inside Out, which is the new Pixar movie, and I am bringing this up. I know it's an animated movie, but I love the Pixar movies. There's Incredibles, Up, WALL-E, Ratatouille, all 3 Toy Stories. They're very good movies. I don't care if you're a kid or an adult. They're actually more adult-geared movies that just happen to be that kids can watch it. I mean, you can't tell me that Up is a kid's movie. I mean, even The Incredibles, you've got an aging superhero dealing with growing up. I mean, that's a theme that kids can't get behind. And the fact that Lewis Black is playing the anger emotion makes me even more happy because that's perfect casting. Dan, your thoughts? Do you enjoy Pixar films?
I'm okay with most Pixar. I really liked Up. The Incredibles I'm kind of mad about. Yeah, you add Lewis Black and I'm on. I'll go see this.
All right, well, Max has some thoughts.
Not grumpy face.
Dan, you know what? And I listened to last week's too. And what is wrong with you? How come we haven't watched Daredevil yet? Oh yeah, Incredibles is meh. I don't even like you anymore. I don't even like you anymore.
as fun as like Toy Story or those ones. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, Incredibles is the best. And then they made like 7 Cars movies. They made 2 Planes movies, and I can't get Incredibles 2. That's all I want. I'm upset at Pixar until they make Incredibles 2. That's all I want. To be fair,
Pixar only made 2 Cars movies, and then Disney, like, brothers, cousins, uncle made 2 Planes movies. Mike, you looking forward to Inside Out?
I mean, I just saw the trailer, yeah, with it. Here's the thing. The only one I think I've actually seen in theaters was The Incredibles. Like everything else, I just kind of wait until it comes out because I'm just like, I mean, it's not because I don't have an interest to see it. It's just that Pixar's impressive animation and everything like that, but it's just not really my thing for the most part. Like I like the Toy Story movies and Monsters Inc. and WALL-E especially I liked a lot because of the fact that it was a half hour pretty much before we actually got some dialogue, so I liked that a lot. But I mean, it looks like an interesting premise. At this point, Pixar's got a pretty good track record going aside from those Cars movies from what I've heard. So I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'll wait to see it when it comes out on demand or something.
I know Philip loves these Pixar movies, and he will not go see them in theaters even though he wants to just because he doesn't want to be the creepy guy sitting in a movie with a bunch of parents and kids. I told him he could borrow mine anytime he wants. Anyway, moving on
As
to
long as you're watching the movie and not the kids, you're okay.
exactly. June 26th, Ted 2 comes out, and I just watched the Red Band trailer. Have any of you guys watched the Red Band trailer for this? It is fucking unbelievable. I was laughing my ass off. I'm gonna let Max start it off. I'll go last.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm super excited for Ted 2. It looks. I was really skeptical at first, but it looks like they got enough in there to keep it funny. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it just for that Tom Brady scene alone.
That's a perfect spiral.
But yeah, I'm excited for Ted 2. I think it's gonna be funny.
Mike?
I have not heard of this one. What's the rundown?
What, Ted 2?
Yeah. Oh, Ted 2. Oh, I thought you said tattoo. I'm like, what the hell's tattoo? Is that like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequel from America? Oh, Ted 2. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I like the first Ted. I thought the first Ted was funny enough, as long as it recaptures a lot of the charm that the first Ted had, and not Million Ways to Die in the West. So yeah.
Dan, did you by any chance see the Red Band trailer for this? Anybody besides me and Max?
No, I haven't even seen the first movie, so I'm
Oh.
just gonna go with what the hell? Sure, sounds great.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. See, with these kind of R-rated comedies, I always wait for the Red Band trailer before I judge them because you don't really get a feel of an R-rated comedy when you see the cleaned up version of it. You got to wait till the. And I thought it was really funny, but then again, I thought A Million Ways to Die in the West was going to be really funny because that Red Band trailer was really funny, and that movie I hate more than I hated Paul Blart. Like they are.
Yeah, they should do all the funny jokes in the Red Band trailer for A Million Ways to Die in the West. It was bad.
It's almost like Seth MacFarlane didn't have anybody telling him no at all during that movie. It's just like, you want to throw this joke in? Go for it. So
Actually,
I want Ted 2 to be
that
good.
movie
It looks
funny
good.
Jokes. There's horrible. I said you can't tell me that movie had any funny jokes at all. It's horrible.
I liked when the guy got killed by the ice block. I thought that was pretty cool and funny.
In the trailer it was funny, but by the time you got to it in the movie, and Christopher Lloyd was funny in the movie.
Trailer. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd was good too. That was about it.
Sadly true. All right, July 1st, we have. I know Max is looking forward to this. Max, hold on to your pants. Don't pull out Chewbacca's masturbation machine, okay? Because this might get you really excited. Magic Mike XXL is coming out, and Terminator Genesis.
Yeah! Magic Mike! Woo! Magic Mike!
Mike,
I can't wait to see this Magic Mike.
This movie is named after Mike, Magic Mike. Mike, what do you think of Magic Mike and Terminator Genesis?
I didn't see the first Magic Mike, so I got no opinion on that. Terminator Genesis is just I saw the newest trailer, and yeah, it just gets more and more batshit. So I'll probably just watch it just to see how batshit it is. Whether or not I'll enjoy it remains to be seen. But I like that they basically kind of embraced the I mentioned this site before, the how it should have ended videos. They've just embraced the Terminator version of how it should have ended. They're just like, we gotta go back and kill someone in time travel and kill time travel. We gotta kill someone who invented time travel. Like, it's along those lines of silly. Like, I expect Doc Brown to show up in this movie too at this point. So why not? But yeah, I didn't watch Magic Mike. Yeah, some people have nicknamed me Magic Mike at work just because they like the way it sounds. I'm just like, you do realize that's a movie about a certain profession. So.
Dan, what do you think?
I've seen the box for Magic Mike, and I will not be seeing Magic Mike too. As far as Terminator goes, I think more batshit is better. Like, I don't care. I mean, you got Arnold as long as he has one-liners and blows shit up, and they don't try to give you this moody ass plot about this guy that could be a robot, but he's not really, and he wants to be human. Yeah, just blow shit up and have robots.
In fact, are we not sure that Magic Mike 2 leads into probably Terminator Genesis at this point? That would probably be more plausible.
Yeah. I mean,
Tatum showing up, that would be awesome.
Male strippers and oh my god.
Max?
Arnold shows up buck naked in the middle of the stage.
There's a post-credit scene for Magic Mike when that happens. There you go.
Next up on the stage, we've got the Terminator.
Yeah.
Get your dollar bills, ladies.
It makes perfect sense because everyone arrives back in the past buck naked. So why not just be like, there's a time sphere, and all of a sudden, Kyle Reese on the stage, everybody.
And then Kyle Reese and the Terminator have like some weird interpretive dance battle. There you go.
Yeah, interpretive dance. That's what they call it.
It's supposed to be optional, man. I'm just trying to be PC over here.
I'm honestly about as excited to see Terminator Genesis as I am to see Magic Mike. I don't. No, the movie's gonna be stupid. I'm not gonna waste my time on that one. I'm definitely gonna wait to see how terribly it does. I just want to. I can't wait for the backlash. Is what I'm waiting on. That should be good. I can't wait for the crappy reviews, and that'll be better than watching the crappy movie.
On Terminator or Magic Mike?
Either or, it doesn't matter. They're interchangeable.
You know how bad like the studio for Terminator will be mad if Magic Mike beats it at the box office. Okay, so the Terminator franchise, I don't get it. Like, Terminator 2 is arguably considered up there with Empire Strikes Back as one of the greatest sequels of all time. Most people throw it on their lists. So, when they announced we're doing another Terminator, and James Cameron gave us this really cool idea to run with, and I'm like, sweet. They got James Cameron's blessing for the script. It's going to be awesome. The first trailer comes out. It's got a little bit of the cheesiness you'd expect out of the Expendables, but it's still a Terminator, so yeah, you're kind of excited, and then they drop this other trailer, and I don't. Everybody's bitching about the twist. I don't care about the twist so much. They want to make John Connor a cyborg. Cool. At least they're getting original. You probably should have saved that for the theater. At least something exciting would have happened. But the comedy in this trailer just seemed completely over the top. It's like what you would expect out of a Machete movie almost. Arnold is very self-aware. This isn't 22 Jump Street. This is supposed to be, the Terminator franchise, which from the first two, I know he had one-liners, but it was never cheesy. Even the fourth one wasn't like that cheesy. I don't understand why they think this is a good idea. And I'm sure that the James Cameron idea was the John Connor twist. That was his touch on this thing, but I don't understand why they're going this route. It's almost like a parody.
Go ahead, Max.
Sorry, like they already did that in Salvation. Like it's already been done, and it's just like, and then get away with Arnold doing the cheesy one-liners in the first two movies because he's a robot and he only says one thing, and then and then he goes around killing everybody in the room. You get away with it, but then. The third and the fourth movie comes along, and then it's just a whole nother deal. And he's saying these one-liners, and then they're written in to be cheeky and stuff like that. And it's not good. And this is just going to be another crappy Terminator movie. I'm waiting on somebody to just do a movie about the war, and that'll be the next Terminator thing that I'm excited for. But other than that, dude, this is going to be crappy. This is going to be really crappy.
Mike? What were you gonna say?
I think the main thing for me, at least, with regards to Terminator, even though I'll just go see it because it is a dumb summer action movie and I enjoy those fine enough. I just want to see if I'll enjoy it as a dumb summer action movie. But for me, with regards to the Terminator franchise as a whole, is that there are no stakes in it for me. Honestly, the stakes for it began and ended with these two. So it's pretty much like they have, like the second movie they averted Judgment Day from happening and so forth, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I can move on. That story, it felt like it rounded out well at the end of T2, and then T3. Well, you only postponed it. You only postponed Judgment Day, and then that ended with Judgment Day. So I'm just like, okay, so that was all for nothing. Then Salvation. Oh, we're just gonna jump ahead and be very, very serious. Like, no joy to be had at all with this idea serious. But at least with this, it looks crazy enough that it could just be enjoyably stupid. But in terms of like having investment, like, oh my God, is Sarah Connor going to get out of this one? I don't care. So that's my main thing, is I just don't have an emotional investment in this franchise beyond the first two.
I agree with you, Mike. I have gotten my expectations to the point where if when I go see this movie and it is a fun summer movie, then I will leave the theater happy. I'm not going to go in expecting Terminator 1 and 2, but I mean, I hope.
For example, the Star Wars trailer that just dropped, last week. People got excited about that because we were wondering, oh my gosh, what did happen to them after the last one? And now we're going to find out. So there is investment in those characters still. Beyond this, it's like Arnold gets blown up every movie. There's no investment for me in the T-800 anymore.
And plus, well, with the new Star Wars trailer, the thing that's so crazy about it, and I watched the Celebration live. This is kind of on a tangent, so bear with us. But I watched Celebration live, and after they showed that trailer, like everybody in that room had a tear in their eye. And I was watching a lot of people discuss this trailer, and it was like because for the first time in 30 years, that was the Star Wars that like everybody had wanted to see again, and just the emotion was pretty crazy. And check out Mike's reaction video to this on youtube.com/MikeMcGTV because it is funny. He hisses and makes you think he's not at all. And I was laughing my ass off. I watched it twice. Anyway, moving on to July 17th. No, 10th. Sorry. There's really not much coming out this week. Selfless with Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley, which I just watched a trailer for that today too, and that looks like it could be good. And then Minions, which I have zero interest in. But I'll let you guys discuss it out. Max?
I don't know about Minions. I enjoyed Despicable Me, the first one, but I didn't enjoy it enough to watch Despicable Me 2. And so the Minions are kind of funny. I don't know if they can hold their own movie though. I know like everybody's in love with them, so that's why they made the movie. But I'm not sure that they're going to be able to hold their own movie and have and be interested in it. It might be good for kids. Definitely looks like a nice kids movie. So Mr. Brady will probably take the whole like 9,000 children that you have in the house and go watch that and rent out the theater for a day or something. But yeah, I'm. What was the second movie?
Selfless is Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley.
Selfless with Deadpool and the Mandarin. I'm down. I'm down for this crazy Deadpool Mandarin story that they weirdly named Selfless for some strange reason. Is it not a Deadpool movie?
It's not a Deadpool movie.
Then I don't care.
Dan, you want to go watch the Minions?
Nope. No, I do not, sir. But thanks.
All right, Mike.
And technically,
is there going to be room in the theater with all your kids?
Yeah, I don't want to roam around a theater with all of Jason's kids. No.
Oh, Max, just so you know, Selfless is technically starring Deadpool and Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor the actor.
Trevor the actor, not the Mandarin.
Trevor was a clever ruse. Trevor was like.
I mean, it depends. I know Ryan Reynolds has this movie out right now with Helen Mirren called The Woman in Gold, and that's supposed to be pretty good, if not just overly romantic about the war times and so forth. So, do we have any idea what Selfless is supposed to be about?
Wait,
I saw a trailer. What's that, Max?
Helen Mirren is in a Deadpool movie?
No. Just because he's playing Deadpool doesn't mean every movie he's in, he's automatically Deadpool.
But they should
But
be.
it can, though. It can.
Uh, um, from what I can see, Ben Kingsley plays a guy who's aging, and Ryan Reynolds is a guy who recently died. So Ben Kingsley transfers himself to Reynolds, but the trailer looks a lot better than that explanation sounds.
Oh,
I
it's
assure you.
RIPD2. It's RIPD2 then. Then I'm not interested.
No, Mike, it's
Oh,
free
God.
too. Get it right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
bring back half the Rolling Stones and that dude from Maximum Overdrive. There you go.
All right, July 17th, we've got Ant-Man. We've got Mr. Holmes starring Ian McKellen and Trainwreck, the new Judd Apatow comedy. Dan, go first.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want to see Mr. Holmes. I want to see Ant-Man. I don't care about the other one. Mr. Holmes is my kind of movie. I don't know why they're putting it out in summertime, but it's old Sherlock Holmes, just kind of reminiscing, and I'll take that. Ant-Man we've already covered, and it looks kind of cool. I just hope it doesn't turn into Iron Man with ant people.
Mike?
yeah, we've covered Ant-Man. I'm excited for that and excited to see what they can do with that character. Mr. Holmes, I recently saw the trailer for that, and I am very intrigued to see what Mr. McKellen, or Sir McKellen, does with that role. Trainwreck, I'm actually interested to see that, just because I've watched a couple of episodes of Inside Amy Schumer, and I actually do like her quite a bit. And also I like Bill Hader too, so I'm looking forward to see if he can be a romantic lead in a rom-com. So I'm curious to see what they can do with that. And I do like Judd Apatow movies for the most part.
Max?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see the what's it called, Trainwreck. Here or there, could go either way. I'm not super excited, but I might go watch it. What else is coming out? Trainwreck,
Ant-Man and Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes. Has there just been like a lot of Sherlock Holmes lately, or is that just me?
It's because the copyright is up on it, so any studio, we could all go out and make a Sherlock Holmes movie right now. And
Oh, let's go make a Sherlock Holmes movie. It'll probably
What
be
the
better
hell?
than
That's
this.
awesome.
I'm just kidding. Sir Ian McKellen, he's great. I'm actually excited to see this movie. But Ant-Man, it's probably gonna be terrible. Marvel never makes any good movies. I'm not interested to see it at all. It's looks kind of low budget. It looks kind of crappy. The effects don't look like they're all there. So maybe they'll finally do something right with this one. I don't know.
If you'd like it if it had Deadpool in it.
you know what's funny is it could have Deadpool in it because Deadpool's so self-aware he could pop up in any one of these films.
Yep. Every movie's a Deadpool movie.
So, Trainwreck. My issue with Judd Apatow as of late, like Funny People was a good hour-and-a-half movie that was 2.5 hours long. And I've heard the same about Trainwreck. I've heard it's a really good hour-and-a-half movie that's 2 hours long. But I'm with Mike. I really like Amy Schumer. I've liked her on The Roast. I've liked what I've seen of Inside Amy Schumer. I think she's funny. Mr. Holmes, I'm very intrigued about. Max is right. There has been a lot of Sherlock Holmes, but the Robert Downey and the Benedict Cumberbatch have been around the same era. We're getting an older Sherlock Holmes, so I mean that is different-ish, but than the others. And Ant-Man, I don't know what this is about, but looks like something like Max said, low-budget Marvel movie. No, I'm super excited about this. I love Paul Rudd, and the fact that he is now joining this universe. Marvel is just, we talk about this every week, so I don't need to get into it too much, but Marvel has very few flaws. They have movies that aren't great, but overall their movies are entertaining. I mean, the only sore one I can see is Iron Man 2, thanks to Max, because I used to kind of enjoy Iron Man 2 for what it was. Now, when I watch this movie,
No.
I think of all the problems that Max has laid on me, and I can't help but
That
notice
movie sucks.
But
That movie's fucking terrible. Fuck Iron Man 2.
I like how the tech genius gets like tech going up his neck in that movie. Anyway, we will move on because we've got a long way still to go. July 24th, Pixels and Southpaw come out. Max is the only person. Well, I don't know about these guys, but Max, I'm gonna let you go first. What do you think of Pixels and Southpaw?
Pixels, woo! I'm like the only person on the planet who's excited to see Pixels, especially since Adam Sandler got into that recent trouble with the Native Americans. Um, but yeah, no, I want to see it. I think it's a decent premise for an Adam Sandler movie, and hopefully it's like a throwback to the stupidness of like the Waterboy and things like that. This is. I think this could be a funny movie. I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. It's probably not going to be good, or I shouldn't say good, but I hope it's funny. Probably not going to be, but I really hope it is. And I always forget the other movie when I start talking.
Southpaw.
What else
Southpaw.
is
It's the Jake Gyllenhaal.
Southpaw. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Boxing
and
movie.
He beat up a lot. Yeah, I saw the trailer for this. Yeah, I might go watch this movie. It looks pretty good. Dramatic boxing movie. If it's on par with any of the other 10 boxing movies that have ever come out, then I'm down. Why not?
Dan?
I'll pass on Southpaw. Pixels. I don't know. It's probably going to be an hour and a half of Pac-Man taking a dump on everything because that's what Adam Sandler movies are now. And although Max seems to like that, I will pass.
Mike? Any thoughts?
I liked the last Jake Gyllenhaal movie I saw, which was Nightcrawler, so I'll most likely watch Southpaw. I like the guy's work and respect the dude's work, as opposed to Adam Sandler, whose work I've just even like retroactively, I don't find Happy, or was it? See, I can't remember the name. Happy Gilmore? Is that the name of it?
What Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison,
Billy
and the
Madison?
Waterboy.
Yeah, I have had no desire to even revisit those for any reason at all, just because I'm like, I don't know, as I get older, I'm just like, I realize, like, yeah, they're great when you're 10 and you love poop jokes and stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's not that I feel I've become more complex or, whatever. Oh, my tastes have become so much more diverse. No, not at all. It's just, I just don't find enjoyment in that stuff anymore. The only Adam Sandler related thing I have found enjoyment in the last 2 or 3 years, I want to say, is from Strange Wilderness, and it's the shark, the laughing shark. Oh, and that's it. Like, that doesn't even have Adam Sandler in it. It's just from his production company. So I don't have high hopes for Pixar. Yeah.
I thought everybody else's stand-up on Funny People was really funny, but other
Here's the
than
whole
that,
deal. Here's the whole thing. That wasn't a Sandler thing. Like, that's Sandler being an actor. Like, Sandler the actor, I actually like. Punch Drunk Love, Funny People. I actually like this new movie that's going to be coming out soon that has to deal with social networking that he's in, and he's actually playing like it's a drama about a family and stuff, and he's the father. Like, he looks good in that, actually. Like, he looks like a compelling actor in that. Sandler the actor I have no problem with. Sandler the self-promoting jackassery I am kind of over. So I'm sure Pixels will do very good money because for some reason Grown Ups 2 did very good money and it beat out Fighting Robots. So
yeah, I'm with Mike. I like Adam Sandler, the actor. I think Adam Sandler is one of the laziest actors in Hollywood because he is talented at acting. Spanglish was a good movie. Punch Drunk Love was a good movie. His acting in Funny People was really good. I don't understand. Pixels, the concept I thought was awesome. I'm like, okay, Adam Sandler's back. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be funny. Because I still can get a laugh out of Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. And then I saw the trailer for it, and it was just grown-ups fighting video games. And because it's the cast of grown-ups going through this, and they added Peter Dinklage. I wish I could say I want to see this, but I don't. And South,
dude, they brought on a midget. Midgets make everything funny. Oh, I'm sorry, little people.
Anyway, I guess that counts as racism for our podcast, so you could check that off the list, Mike.
Racism.
Southpaw, I want to see. Jake Gyllenhaal is an actor who deserves to be recognized, and for some reason he's still not getting it, and he should because he is great. So yeah, we're gonna do July 31st, and then we're just gonna do the whole month of August in one little thing because we're on an hour now. But so August 31st, we have Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation and Vacation, which is a sequel to the original Vacation franchise, starring Ed Helms, Leslie Mann, Chris Hemsworth, Chevy Chase, and Beverly D'Angelo. And Mission Impossible obviously has Tom Cruise in it, and I'm going to go first this time. I am looking forward to Mission Impossible because I've liked them since JJ took over the franchise in producing, and I'm pretty sure he's still producing this one, and the trailer looks like silly popcorn fun. And then Vacation, I like the Vacation franchise, so I'm hoping that it's funny, but Vegas Vacation wasn't. So, and Ed Helms, I don't personally think Ed Helms is very funny. Like, the Hangover movies were good, but they weren't funny because of, well, the first one wasn't funny because of Ed Helms. It was funny because of Galifianakis and the way Bradley Cooper and just the whole ensemble. So Ed Helms by himself hasn't impressed me yet, but we'll see. Um, Max, your thoughts?
Okay, so Vacation's coming out July 31st, and
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is coming out July 31st. I thought you said we were in August already.
No, August is after.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah. No, I'm not so keen on the Mission Impossible movie. I didn't really like. Everyone really loved Ghost Protocol, and I'm not really a fan. It was a little more back to Mission Impossible that I like, but I'll wait on this one and see what what kind of, or Jason will watch it, or Dan will watch it, and I'll see what's going on. But yeah, so I'm not too excited about either of those movies because like the Vacation movies with Chevy Chase, like I never really fell in love with them the way people did. Some stuff's funny, but I never really like. I didn't say I never really got it the way people did. So I'm not too excited about all the July 31st movies coming out.
Dan?
If I had to see one of them, I would go see a Vacation. Because the last time we talked about the Mission Impossible movies, I watched the last one because everybody said it was better, and it wasn't better. It was a stupid movie, and it made me angry. So yeah, I'll take Chevy Chase and a bunch of guys I don't know.
I love Ghost Protocol. Mike?
Yeah, I enjoyed Ghost Protocol just fine, so I'm sure I'll enjoy Rogue Nation just as much. I'm not familiar. Yeah, that's the whole deal. I didn't grow up watching vacation movies. I think the only one I ever saw was like Christmas Vacation on TV all the way through, honestly. And even then, I was like, okay. I'd much rather see a Ghostbusters and or Caddyshack over Vacation. So, but yeah, I'll most likely be going to see Rogue Nation.
I feel like a lot of the things they did for Vacation, they were very innovative on, and it was very funny for that style of movie. But then it became kind of cliche after they did it, and us coming in later to watch the movies didn't get like it's kind of passé or it's been done, and so we didn't. I don't know. Mike might feel the same way, but like the way I feel is I came in kind of afterwards, and everything it has been rehashed 8 times already, and so we kind of got watered down.
Plus, if you watch it on TV, Mike, they cut out all the best parts. So
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Christmas Vacation I saw when I was like way younger too, and on TV or whatever. And I mean, I did get around to seeing the original one eventually, but I'm just like, okay. Chevy Chase is a funny guy, I guess. That's the thing. I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan either. So the only thing I've liked him in so far has been Caddyshack.
He's pretty awesome in Dirty Work. Anyway, he was barely in that movie, but yes, Jason Sudeikis would play a better son to Chevy Chase. Like they're almost the exact same comedic style, but and I like Jason Sudeikis, but I'm with Mike. I don't get Chevy Chase. I never have. Like I enjoyed Caddyshack, and I actually do like all the vacation movies, even Vegas Vacation, even though it's not as good as the other ones. But I don't get Chevy Chase. I see him do things now, and I don't get it. But moving on, comedy's subjective. Everybody has their own opinions. Okay, we're just gonna do August as one deal. So we got Fantastic Four, Straight Outta Compton, The Man from Uncle, Sinister 2, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Green Legend. I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four, and I am looking forward to Straight Outta Compton. I don't know what Man from Uncle is. I never watched the show, and I never saw the first Sinister. But Straight Outta Compton is about one of my favorite eras of rap music, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it. The one complaint I was telling Dan this the other day is I don't want them to make these guys out to be heroes. Tell the real story. You know, they did bad stuff. It's okay to put it in the movie. I want to see that. I want to see the true story of this era of hip hop because it was founded on drug money. You know, there's a lot of cool things behind the scenes, or just about that era of time that we all lived in. You know, the LA riots happened then. I want to see that. I want to see how it all came together. So I'm really hoping that's the movie we get. Ice Cube did play favoritism and cast his own son to be in this movie. So hopefully the guy can act. We'll see. Dan, you are also looking forward to Straight Outta Compton. Oh, and Fantastic Four looks awesome. Dan.
Yeah, I want to see Straight Outta Compton. I am really interested to see what the dude who plays Eazy-E, how well he pulls him off, because he was definitely my favorite part of NWA and his kind of meh solo career. But I also had a question: who's directing the Crouching Tiger movie?
Let me see if it doesn't say. I don't know, buddy.
Because if it's somebody cool, then I'm on board. If it's not, then I probably don't want to see it. Yeah, and I don't really care about Fantastic Four.
Max?
Yeah, there's a lot of movies coming out in August. The Green Legend. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find out who the director of this movie is. Director Wu Ping Yuen. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Crouching Tiger. I'm not too excited about. I kind of got over that style of kung fu movie after Crouching Tiger, so yeah, I'm not too excited about that one. Hold on, let me go back through here because I'm terrible with my short-term memory for some reason. Masterminds is coming out. That's Jason Sudeikis and Kristen Wiig. That looks pretty funny. Why not? Straight Outta Compton, I'm not excited for. It looks stupid. It looks like another crappy biopic, and it like the James Brown movie, and like this. Ever since Ray, I think any biopic that's come out, it hasn't really even been worth watching. So yeah, Straight Outta Compton looks really stupid to me, and they're not gonna. I really highly doubt they show a lot of the more illicit things that the NWA did, and it's going to be more about getting censored and fighting the man and 5 young Christian black boys in the struggle in America in their times. Go ahead, Dan.
It's going to turn into Pride then.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that movie's going to suck. Sinister 2, I'm not excited for. A horror movie, I already wrote that off. Hitman Agent 47's coming out. I don't have too many hopes for that movie, but they're making the Hitman the bad guy in that movie, which is a step up from the last one. And so that one actually might be worth watching. And then Fantastic Four, I'm super excited for. I cannot wait to see this movie. It looks like they're running a lot of the Ultimate Fantastic Four kind of plot lines, and that's my favorite Fantastic Four comic, so I'm really down for that. But other than that, August doesn't have too much that I'm excited for. I can keep talking. That's fine. Do we lose Jason?
Maybe.
Mike, are you
not sure.
All right, Mike. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
That was weird. Fantastic Four. I'm interested to see what they do with Fantastic Four. Yeah, the new trailer didn't win me over, but I'm interested, and I think that's a good way to go into a movie is if you're interested in and intrigued by what they're gonna provide to you that is different from previous incarnations. Straight Outta Compton, again, I'm along the same lines as you guys. I'm interested and intrigued to see it because it would be something if they didn't, for lack of a better term, whitewash the story and clean it up to be like, oh yeah, it's a real underdog story. I mean, part of it is, but yeah, like you said, the other part of it is about those underdogs doing some very questionable things to get to where they could be at, the top and so forth. And I'm sorry, what was the other one? There was a bunch of them. Hitman, yeah. I'm interested to see the Hitman play the actual antagonist. And then a couple of other movies that obviously I cared so much about.
Masterminds with Jason Sudeikis and Kristen Wiig.
I like Kristen Wiig well enough. I'll probably check that out at some point.
Yeah, I like Sudeikis, so I'll probably check it out too. Got one news story that we'll cover real quick. Actually, two. So, and then we will wrap this up. But I wanted to cover this with Mike because I know how excited he is about all this turtle news. But Tyler Perry has been cast as Baxter Stockman in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Shell Shocked, your favorite title. So, Mike, I'm going to let you go first. What do you think of this casting news?
It wasn't gonna be good regardless, but that's a silver bullet right there for this big old cinematic werewolf. I like Tyler Perry in Gone Girl, and that's about the nicest thing I can say about him.
That's like a little glimmer of hope, was that he was really entertaining in Gone Girl.
He was really good in Gone Girl. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Shell Shocked is definitely not going to be on par with Gone Girl. So I know he's not going to give a shit in this one, and he's going to resort to I just hope he's barely in it at that point, because along the lines of like Sandler, like that was Tyler Perry trying to be like a very provocative, legitimate actor in Gone Girl, and it worked. And it's not his usual shtick that he, relies on. But this, I can't see this giving him much to work with. I know they recast Shredder as another Asian guy. They could have just kept the same Asian guy because we all knew it was supposed to be the white guy from the start. But we can't do that. So whatever. Just tell me who Bebop and Rocksteady are gonna be, and then I'll be more interested at this point.
It's gonna be Ice Cube and his son, Max.
For real, or is that just you're just?
I'm just joking.
Okay, thank God.
That's more breaking geek news. You heard it here first. Ice Cube and his son playing Bebop and Rocksteady in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That's gonna be terrible. I hate Tyler Perry. I hate him with a passion. I don't like movies that are all black for black people.
Here comes racism, everybody.
It is racism, though. Like, I mean, everyone gets upset when you have an all-white cast. Like, that's not how the world is. But then when you have an all-black cast, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. They're black. They can do whatever. And I don't like it. I don't get it. And it's not for me. So Tyler Perry, like, I don't wish ill on you. I just wish you wouldn't show up on TV anymore. That's it. Tyler Perry, good God, why? Anybody else? Anybody but Tyler Perry.
Dan?
I was going to bring up the glimmer of hope that he was pretty good in Gone Girl, and then everybody else just shat all over it. So, yeah, Turtle's going to suck. There you go.
I mean,
good.
I mentioned this before. It's like you go in with pretty low expectations for a Turtles flick regardless. That really lowers my expectations for this. It's like, yeah.
But like you said, Mike, they just announced that they recast Shredder, which just pretty much puts a lot of backing to the rumor that Shredder was the white guy in the first movie, because obviously you quickly recast it, and now you got to think long term, and you're casting somebody that you feel is better.
They still need to make Shredder a villain in this series now, so because he hasn't done shit yet.
Oh, yeah. Going back to what you guys were talking about last week, they're gonna merge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Transformers franchises. That's the big multiverse that they got going on there. So get ready for that. Optimus Prime is actually Shredder.
There you go.
That
You heard
might
it here
actually
first.
be better than the
Are you-
current script. I'm not sure.
Are you being for serious, or is that just a joke?
It's just a joke.
Okay, I was about to say.
That's more breaking geek news.
Yeah, it probably is. Okay, so I listened to the podcast last week. Here's my thoughts on the whole Transformers shared universe thing. It's dead in the water already because everyone's. How can you ignore the fact that giant alien robots have fucked up half of your major cities at this point? So that's all I got to say.
Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it, but you can't hate the studios for doing it because they keep making more money. It pisses me off. But look, stop going to see these movies. They'll make them better, hopefully. Anyway,
And stop watching Gotham.
I was just about to say this. Max, anything you want to throw in about Gotham real quick before we end this thing?
Fuck Gotham.
All right, so Max, you had an interesting online shopping experience this week. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know you guys don't want to know, but I decided not to wear any pants the whole day, and I needed to order some video game stuff. So what I did was I just went to GoGameIsland.com, and they had all my retro video game needs and all my plushie needs, and never even had to put on any pants or shoes, drive anywhere. It was great. GoGameIsland.com.
You guys can check me, Max, and Dan out at the Korgs convention off of Roberts Road on May 16th. We'll have more details on our page. We'll be running the VGMX booth and doing a live cast from there. You can also, we're currently in negotiations with Wizard World for a booth at Ohio Comic Con, which hopefully we can bring Philip and Mike to. So we're working on that behind the scenes. And check out Mike on youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.